knows how you come across somebody once in a while you shouldn't have messed with. That's me.
I am not an African American.
You're Oreo cookie, white in the inside and black on the outside.
I don't have an afro, I have an Amerifro.
Talking that idiotic stuff you talk about, I will slap you. Go ahead, make my day.
Black at the ace of spades, but 100% American.
Heard around the world by everybody and their mama. The Jesse Lee Peterson Radio Show.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. Good morning again, America. You know, it's time, and I talked about this Sunday in my Sunday morning services, it's really time for courage in America. It's time for Christians to stand together and not against one another, and not be so judgmental of one another. We are, I believe the last poll I read, 80% Christians in this country. There are enough of us to save America, to save families, to really come together. And because this is not happening, Christians are not united as one, the people on the other side are winning. They're getting everything they want. Here is an example of standing up. We got this from Truth Revolt. Speak Out. Last Tuesday, the UCLA student government held public testimonies for nearly 9 hours from 7 p.m. until 4 a.m. on whether the university should boycott and divest from businesses that allegedly profit from the Israel occupation of Gaza and the West Bank. Now, if this is not wickedness, I don't know what is. They held a public hearing at UCLA for 9 hours from 7 p.m. until 4 a.m. on whether the university should boycott and divest from businesses that allegedly profit from the Israel occupation of Gaza and the West Bank. First of all, Israel is not occupying the Gaza nor the West Bank. Well, Ben Shapiro got up at 10 p.m. at night, drove to UCLA to make a statement. And I want you to put your ears close to the radio. And if you're watching on-stream live video, I want you to listen to this man of courage and of whom I have great respect for.
I'm also a local talk show host on 870 in the morning, and I got out of bed and left my 1-month-old baby there when I saw what was going on here tonight. I've never been more ashamed to be a Bruin. I've never been more ashamed to be an alumnus of this university than to see this divestment petition being considered at this level. To pretend that this is about occupation, to pretend this is about peace, to pretend this is about anything but vile and despicable Jew hatred is a lie. There's only one reason we are discussing Israel and not discussing Saudi Arabia. There's only one reason we are discussing Israel and not discussing Iran. There's only one reason we are discussing Israel and not discussing Palestine. There's only one reason we are discussing Israel and not discussing the vast bevy of human rights violations that happen every day in the Middle East, exponentially worse than what happens in Israel. Exponentially worse than what happens every day in Israel. Any gay or lesbian in this room who is targeting Israel for divestment seems to have forgotten how high they hang gays from cranes in Iran. Every person of liberal bent who suggests that Israel is the problem in the Middle East seems to have forgotten that there is only one country in the Middle East that actually has any sort of religious diversity in it. The countries that are apartheid countries are those that are Judenreich, like, for example, Palestine. So for us to sit here and pretend that Israel is somehow on a lower moral plane is a direct manifestation of anti-Semitism. To hold Jews to a different than any other country, any other group on the face of the earth represents nothing but an age-old and historic hatred for the Jewish people. And all the folks here who are pretending that BDS is about anything other than that, I would like to see a poll of those folks and see how many of them actually believe in the existence of a Jewish state, quad-Jewish state. Not as a state like any other, but as a Jewish state. They don't acknowledge that existence, they don't believe in that existence, they don't believe in peace. All this is about, pure and simple, is a desire
Thank you.
to target the Jewish people.
That's a man of courage. Got out of his bed 10 p.m. Got dressed, drove over to UCLA, went amongst a hostile crowd, and spoke truth. Just imagine if the Christians united as one and stood up, went to Washington, D.C., and said to the government, no more. We didn't hire you to bring down America. We hired you to keep it strong, and if anything, make it stronger. And if you don't, politicians, all of them, you're out of here. Politicians love positions. They love power. They love authority. They are on an ego trip the same as entertainers are. And not all entertainers, as not all politicians. But that's an example of courage, people. We need more of that happening in our country. You can no longer be silent. You can no longer just complain about it. It's not doing any good. I was thinking about the governor of Arizona, and when I come back, I'll tell you what I was thinking concerning the governor of Arizona, and take more of your calls. Back in a moment.